Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
A message transmitted by telegraph. Equipped for use with electricity. A metal conductor that carries electricity over a distance. Send cables, wires, or telegrams. Fasten with wire. The columns were wired to the beams for support. Ligament made of metal and used to fasten things or make cages or fences, etc. Provide with electrical circuits. Wire the addition to the house. String on a wire. Wire beads. The finishing line on a racetrack. A message transmitted by telegraph. Equipped for use with electricity. Electrify an appliance. Charge, a conductor, with electricity. Excite suddenly and intensely. A metal conductor that carries electricity over a distance. Television that is transmitted over cable directly to the receiver. A conductor for transmitting electrical or optical signals or electric power. A nautical unit of depth. A television system that transmits over cables. Send cables, wires, or telegrams. A telegram sent abroad. A very strong thick rope made of twisted hemp or steel wire. Fasten with a cable. Cable trees. Send cables, wires, or telegrams. Apparatus used to communicate at a distance over a wire, usually in Morse code. What a communication that is about something is about. A communication, usually brief, that is written or spoken or signaled. He sent a 3-word message. Send a message. Send a message to. She messaged the committee. Send as a message. She messaged the final report by fax. Adapt or conform oneself to new or different conditions. Make fit for, or change to suit a new purpose. Provide housing for. Be agreeable or acceptable to. Have room for, hold without crowding. This hotel can accommodate 250 guests. Make, one thing, compatible with, another. The scientists had to accommodate the new results with the existing theories. Provide a service or favor for someone. Make fit for, or change to suit a new purpose. Provide with something desired or needed. Can you accommodate me with a rental car? The person who leads a musical group. A device designed to transmit electricity, heat, etc. A substance that readily conducts, e.g., electricity and heat. The person who collects fares on a public conveyance. Communicate over long distances, as via the telephone or email. Immune to attack. Incapable of being tampered with. A secure telephone connection. Fill or close tightly with or as if with a plug. Make certain of. Furnish with battens. Financially safe. A secure investment. Get by special effort. Cause to be firmly attached. Free from fear or doubt. Easy in mind. He was secure that nothing will be held against him. A sure payment of. Free from danger or risk. Secure from harm. Not likely to fail or give way. The lock was secure. Make tight or tighter. Cause to be firmly attached. Fasten the lock onto the door. Attach to. They fastened various nicknames to each other. Become fixed or fastened. This dress fastens in the back. A determination of the place where something is. He got a good fix on the target. Informal terms for a difficult situation. He got into a terrible fix. Restore by replacing a part or putting together what is torn or broken. Put something somewhere, firmly. Fix your eyes on this spot. Make infertile. Decide upon or fix definitely. Fix the variables. Make ready or suitable or equip in advance for a particular purpose or for some use, event, etc. I was fixing to leave town after I paid the hotel bill. Take vengeance on or get even. That'll fix him good. The act of putting something in working order again. Prepare for eating by applying heat. Fix breakfast for the guests, please. Cause to be firmly attached. She fixed her gaze on the man. Make fixed, stable or stationary. Let's fix the picture to the frame. An exemption granted after influence, e.g., money, is brought to bear. Collusion resulted in tax fixes for gamblers. Influence an event or its outcome by illegal means. Fix a race. Kill, preserve, and harden tissue in order to prepare for microscopic study. Set or place definitely. Let's fix the date for the party. Something craved, especially an intravenous injection of a narcotic drug. She needed a fix of chocolate. Any connection or unifying bond. A sheet or band of tough fibrous tissue connecting bones or cartilages or supporting muscles or organs. Be agreeable or acceptable to. Usually followed by to or for, on the point of or strongly disposed. In no fit state to continue. A sudden uncontrollable attack. A fit of coughing. Fill, satisfy or meet a want or need or conscient RO restriction. Make correspond or harmonize. A sudden flurry of activity, often for no obvious reason. A fit of housecleaning. A display of bad temper. He had a fit. Be the right size or shape, fit correctly or as desired. This piece won't fit into the puzzle. Provide with something, usually for a specific purpose. Be compatible, similar or consistent, coincide in their characteristics. Conform to some shape or size. How does this shirt fit? Insert or adjust several objects or people. Can you fit the toy into the box? Make fit. Fit a dress. Meeting adequate standards for a purpose. A fit subject for discussion. Physically and mentally sound or healthy. Felt relaxed and fit after their holiday. The manner in which something fits. I admired the fit of her coat. Provide with something, usually for a specific purpose. The expedition was equipped with proper clothing, food, and other necessities. Provide with abilities or understanding. She was never equipped to be a dancer. Provide with clothes or put clothes on. Provide with something, usually for a specific purpose. Gear consisting of a set of articles or tools for a specified purpose. A set of clothing, with accessories. Provide with something, usually for a specific purpose. Any cohesive unit such as a military company. Thread on or as if on a string. Thread dried cranberries. The connections that link the various parts of an event or argument together. He lost the thread of his argument. A fine cord of twisted fibers, of cotton or silk or wool or nylon, etc. Used in sewing and weaving. Any long object resembling a thin line. From the air the road was a gray thread. The raised helical rib going around a screw. To move or cause to move in a sinuous, spiral, or circular course. Pass a thread through. Thread a needle. Pass through or into. Thread tape. Remove facial hair by tying a fine string around it and pulling at the string. She had her eyebrows threaded. Thread on or as if on a string. String pearls on a string. Add as if on a string. String these ideas together. A sequentially ordered set of things or events or ideas in which each successive member is related to the preceding. A string of islands. A tie consisting of a cord that goes through a seam around an opening. He pulled the drawstring and closed the bag. Move or come along. A necklace made by stringing objects together. A string of beads. A lightweight cord. Cosmology. A hypothetical one-dimensional subatomic particle having a concentration of energy and the dynamic properties of a flexible loop. Stringed instruments that are played with a bow. The strings played superlatively well. A collection of objects threaded on a single strand. A linear sequence, as of characters, words, proteins, etc. A tightly stretched cord of wire or gut, as a part of an instrument or a tennis racket. A tough piece of fiber in vegetables, meat, or other food, especially the tough fibers connecting the two halves of a bean pod. Provide with strings. String my guitar. Remove the stringy parts of. String beans. Stretch out or arrange like a string. String together. Tie or fasten with a string. String the package. Thread on or as if on a string. Poker, in which a player can discard cards and receive substitutes from the dealer. He played only draw and stud. Remove the entrails of. Draw a chicken. Suck in or take air. Draw a deep breath. Pull. A person, apart with 4 horses tied to his extremities, so as to execute him. In the old days, people were drawn and quartered for certain crimes. Give a description of. Anything, straws or pebbles, etc. Taken or chosen at random. The luck of the draw. Finish a game with an equal number of points, goals, etc. Make a mark or lines on a surface. Draw a line. Get or derive. Pass over, across, or through. An entertainer who attracts large audiences. He was the biggest drawing card they had. Direct toward itself or oneself by means of some psychological power or physical attributes. A golf shot that curves to the left for a right-handed golfer. Bring, take, or pull out of a container or from under a cover. Draw a weapon. Earn or achieve a base by being walked by the pitcher. Make, formulate, or derive in the mind. I draw a line here. The finish of a contest in which the score is tied and the winner is undecided. The game ended in a draw. Take in, also metaphorically. Stretch back a bowstring, on an archer's bow. The archers were drawing their bows. The act of drawing or hauling something. American football. The quarterback moves back as if to pass and then hands the ball to the fullback who is running toward the line of scrimmage. Choose at random. Draw a card. Remove, a commodity, from, a supply source. Cause to move in a certain direction by exerting a force upon, either physically or in an abstract sense. Cause to move by pulling. Draw a wagon. Take liquid out of a container or well. A gully that is shallower than a ravine. Allow a draft. This chimney draws very well. A playing card or cards dealt or taken from the pack. He got a pair of kings in the draw. Bring or lead someone to a certain action or condition. She was drawn to despair. Cause to flow. Cause to localize at one point. Contract. Elicit responses, such as objections, criticism, applause, etc. Engage in drawing. He spent the day drawing in the garden. Flatten, stretch, or mold metal or glass, by rolling or by pulling it through a die or by stretching. Draw steel. Move or go steadily or gradually. Move or pull so as to cover or uncover something. Draw the shades. Reduce the diameter of a wire or metal rod by pulling it through a die. Draw wire. Represent by making a drawing of, as with a pencil, chalk, etc. on a surface. Require a specified depth for floating. This boat draws 70 inches. Select or take in from a given group or region. The participants in the experiment were drawn from a representative population. Steep. Pass through a strainer. Draw pulp from the fruit. Write a legal document or paper. The deed was drawn in the lawyer's office. A line indicating the location of the finish of a race. A line indicating the location of the finish of a race. A cheaper form of telegram that is sent abroad for delivery the next day. A telegram sent abroad. A telegram sent abroad. A cheaper form of telegram sent for delivery the next day. Be in charge of. The introductory section of a story. It was an amusing lead-in to a very serious matter. Take somebody somewhere. We lead him to our chief. Produce as a result or residue. Be conducive to. The use of computers in the classroom lead to better writing. Lead, as in the performance of a composition. A jumper that consists of a short piece of wire. It was a tangle of jumper cables and clip leads. A news story of major importance. Travel in front of. Go in advance of others. Lead, extend, or afford access. Move ahead of others, in time or space. Preside over. A soft, heavy, toxic, malleable metallic element. Bluish-white when freshly cut but tarnishes readily to dull gray. The children were playing with lead soldiers. Cause something to pass or lead somewhere. Stretch out over a distance, space, time, or scope. Run or extend between 2 points or beyond a certain point. Be ahead of others. Be the first. An actor who plays a principal role. Evidence pointing to a possible solution. The police are following a promising lead. Thin strip of metal used to separate lines of type in printing. Restraint consisting of a rope, or light chain, used to restrain an animal. The timing of ignition relative to the position of the piston in an internal combustion engine. An indication of potential opportunity. A good lead for a job. Mixture of graphite with clay in different degrees of hardness, the marking substance in a pencil. An advantage held by a competitor in a race. He took the lead at the last turn. A position of being the initiator of something and an example that others will follow, especially in the phrase, take the lead. He takes the lead in any group. Baseball. The position taken by a base runner preparing to advance to the next base. He took a long lead off first. Cause to undertake a certain action. Sports. The score by which a team or individual is winning. Tend to or result in. This remark lead to further arguments among the guests. The angle between the direction a gun is aimed and the position of a moving target, correcting for the flight time of the missile. The playing of a card to start a trick in bridge. The lead was in the dummy. The introductory section of a story. It was an amusing lead-in to a very serious matter. Wire connecting an antenna to a receiver or a transmitter to a transmission line. The wire that carries telegraph and telephone signals.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.